I risked everything. And when we out there, we'll risk everything. People on the streets who knew me, who vibe with me, who built with me, who partied with me, running side by side with me. Nobody's here. Nobody's thinking about me. Nobody's acting like I exist. What don't kill us, oftentimes make us stronger. I'm here. I'm here. I mean, real man, I'm a survivor. Greetings, my young men and sisters. I'm reaching out to you guys in this conversation in regards to breaking the cycle, man, that's been going on for so long here. I'm making a decision to choose your education, choose getting an education, to get educated, to get informed over incarceration. Because here in the past, numerous times we finding here, when you see the statistics of things, man, it's like we see the young people, our youth, our young men, our young sisters, man, falling in life and finding themselves, man, becoming in a state of hopelessness and just struggling and falling into poverty on the lowest levels and finding themselves out here, man, dabbling into this and to that and ultimately ending in a bad place. And so again, I want to reach out to you guys, man, and encourage you guys. I want to motivate you guys to take and make a decision to put education, information, informing oneself, yourself, before, incarceration. For my young men and my young sisters, I want you guys to get on this journey, get on your journey to making a change here, to go in and get your education that's needed of you so that you can grab these tools. There's so many tools that we need to pave out, to set and to structure a powerful, positive avenue, road, path to us being very successful, one step at a time, one stage at a time. Well, I encourage you guys, man, to really think, man, and to become thinkers. That's the goal. That's the ultimate level we want to reach, is being cognitive thinkers, conscious thinkers. And not that we're not already thinking, right? But to be better in our thinking process, to be more focused on what's really happening around us. So ask yourselves, as young men and young sisters, man, do we really know what's happening around us? What's happening each and every day? It's facts that our young people, we don't know but what we don't know. It's a lot of things out here that's going on that we don't know until we acknowledge those things. Information is forever. You can destroy people's property, you can destroy physical things, man, but knowledge and information, man, it lasts forever and it's out there. We don't acknowledge things until we come across that information, whether it's given to us or we discover it by research, right? Get on your journey to getting your education and getting a good education, to getting informed, to become well informed. Be careful and cautious where you get your information from. Do the checkpoints on it. Check on it. Check into it. The best knowledge is self-knowledge in education. The knowledge where you actually do it yourself. You go and dive in and you discover things and you find things in yourself, not going based off of what people say all the time. Let me look into this. So, it's important that we gather these tools that we need to navigate through things, right? Get these tools that's needed so that it makes it easy and easier for us and to actually land ourselves into these colleges that we prefer, that we desire and we prefer. We get the proper education. We actually get our education and our information right, man. And we dial into it and don't allow or refuse to allow drugs, alcohol, and sex to distract us, to be a major or a super distraction, taking us away from the consciousness and the focus that we need to be having on education so that we can land into the colleges that we actually desire and prefer. Then we'll be in a better situation. We get into the colleges we want to be in. We make the grades that we want to make in these college programs, which makes it easier, which gives us the ability to actually avoid and prevent us having to settle for these low-paying jobs because our grades are so low or we didn't attain the proper skill sets and educations. So now we're limited. As young men and women, we don't want to limit ourselves. You want to get out there, man, and you want to go get it. You give yourself the best chance, the best opportunity to land the best jobs, to be in some of the best colleges. If that's in your future, your desire. Not everybody have to go to college to become successful. We know this. We got so many entrepreneurs, so many millionaires today that are super successful without having to go to college. But again, we need the education. We need information. We need the proper levels of it so that it puts us in the right positions to be in our best situation so that we don't have to struggle and settle for low paying jobs where ultimately when we have to settle for that, it does what? It puts our backs up against the wall in many cases. And it's like we're struggling, we're scraping. I got to look at this life of crime. I got to look at criminal ways to do it. I got to get these finances up. I need money. I need paper. I need capital. And so when you start looking, when you find yourself in a situation where you've kind of forced to settle because we was lacking in our educational departments or our informations department, then it's like, yo, I'm settling and it's not working. It's just not working. It's not enough. And so when you look at the life of crime and ways and avenues of crime to get what you need to proceed forward, then it's like, yo, we find ourselves making mistakes. We find ourselves going into the unknowns. We find ourselves, man, in situations where now you're facing incarceration. And so instead of spending 3, 4 years in college, we spending 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in the pen, which is setting us so far behind in society and technical knowledges and informations and just time. Our time is valuable. We don't have time to be wasting time incarcerated. That's time that can be productive time out in society, building something, creating something, innovating something that's best and made for the community, for the world, which ultimately brings back and gives us the gifts that we need, the opportunities that we need for ourselves, our family, and our kids, and our kids, right? So again, man, to my youth, I want you to look at this on ways to break the cycle. Actually jumping out there, focusing and grabbing your education, man, with grips. Go getting the educations, getting this information over settling for incarceration or finding ourselves actually going through the cycle of incarceration to come out with the proper education. It does happen inside. Wall Street Trapper, great brother, man, positive brother, man, powerful brother, doing big things out here after spending time incarcerated. When he came out, he stepped out on this pivotal. He was racing, he was running like a greyhound. He got knowledge inside of there. He got understanding inside of there. He was prepared when he came out to be truly successful. You do find it in those ways. But look how much time brother had to spend in there. Look how much time was wasted before he started building and correcting things. And that's the thing about incarceration, man. Not everybody has that ability to dig inside themselves and rebuild themselves. I was one of those brothers, man, who was that type. I was always strong on the streets before. I was always strong. And so my mentality was the same ambitions, the same energy, the same loyalty, the same passion I have for doing crime. If I take and flip that and then throw it into the legal world, living right in the world, then man, I truly can be successful with that. And guess what? The feds, nobody can take anything from me. Everything I obtain remains. It stays with us. We're truly building and accumulating things. You see the nice cars, you see the nice house, you see the bank accounts, you see the assets and the assets to be made. Nobody can take it. But when we out here in criminality, we out here living a life of crime and putting ourselves in those situations, then everything we momentarily accomplish and obtain, guess what? The feds and everybody else can come and take it away from us. Why? Because it was not legal in the first place. It wasn't properly obtained in the first place. They can take everything. Time wasted. We wasted so much time doing that and they come take it anyways. So again, my people, my young brothers, my sisters, man, open our eyes here. Focus on what I'm talking about right here in this conversation with you, man. Let's look at how to break the cycle. Let's look at beginning to get on this journey to break the cycle, to get the tools that we need, the educations, the informations, to put us in a better position, in a better situation, to be successful, to land the great jobs. And because we know in researching success and building wealth and whatnot, the job, the nice jobs, man, yeah, we don't want to work for somebody all our life, right? But these jobs become your partner, your business partner. If you're ever thinking about entrepreneurship, you're ever thinking about starting your own business, your place of work will become your business partner. That's going to be the capital to invest into your business, which in long term is going to set you up for success. Let's not be super distracted, allowing ourselves to be distracted by these things that really don't matter, these things that really have not much value, not much weight for real. Let's start and begin tapping into ourselves, into the world, into our future young. Look how many young millionaires there are, man. That's not rappers. Look how many young entrepreneurs there are. There's a lot that's come from wealthy families, household names. But then there are those too, man, who are coming from nothing to something with a dream. They're young and they had a dream. They're young and they had people mentoring them, giving them information, inspiring them. Let's become inspired by greatness. Let's become inspired by successful individuals that's not necessarily doing something illegal or something bad, something terrible, harmful, destructive to get it. Let's look at this, man. Breaking that cycle. They're building thousands and millions of prisons. They're going to continue to build them because the world is being populated constantly and people constantly finding ways to fill them up. We have to break the cycle to stop the cycle. And it's like, when will the cycle stop? When will the new cycle begin? It starts with us. It starts with you. So listen to what I'm saying here, man. To my youth, again, I mean a real man. Stay tuned. It's more to come. Word. I mean, real man. I'm a survivor.